Whew. It occurred to me. You probably know this already, but it occurred to me that Trump's above his. He's above his head. He's over his head. He's over his head. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's say he means well, and that he wants to bring down crime, that he wants to make this country better, that he wants people that are afraid, like some people in the majority, feeling invisible at this point, feeling like, uncertain about their future, and he wants to help them because he can relate to that based on his own past, his family's past, and so forth. Let's say he wants to create this safe America in the world and have us stand out. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt. Let's just say he wants all these things. But you know what the problem is? The problem is that he is very limited in his knowledge and know-how on how to do that the right way. In this time period that we're in right now, 2025. The problem is that he's been a bully his whole life. And he's used barbaric methods to accomplish certain goals or certain acts. Is the problem. The problem is he doesn't have the mindset to strategize in a long-term way or even a short-term way to make things happen. The problem is he's lacking in communication skills where he can communicate and go back and forth. He can't comprehend communicating with people who are strategic thinkers or higher thinking capacity and capability. He's very limited. He's very limited. He's a great salesperson, though. I heard somebody say that he's the greatest salesperson that they ever met. And he is. I believe that. He is a great salesperson. He sold us all. He sold us all with his suits, his ties, his so-called business. He's been in business all these years, and the money that he says he's made. He sold us, and he's still selling. He's still selling. Like you'll see him in these international conventions, whatever they are, and he's selling and talking about the great things he's done in building buildings and how he could build this building better than others, right? But he can't relate or talk to them strategically about world events because he can't comprehend it in that way. He talks about ending wars. I'll end the war in 2 weeks or whatever the time period gets, but when he gets together with the two leaders of the war, with Russia and Ukraine, he's limited. He's limited to his barbaric bullying methods that don't work. If he can't bully you in that barbaric way, if he can't scare you in that barbaric way, then it's not gonna work, But where it does work is with the Republican Party. That barbaric bullying, scare tactics seems to work with them for some reason. What it does work is with the judges of the Supreme Court. For some reason, the bullying and scare tactics in the barbaric way seems to work with them for some reason. But anyway, so I'm saying this to wrap this up. I'm saying this because let's say there's high crime in Chicago. Don't know if there is or not. But instead of working with the leaders in that area and figuring out a strategy on how to eliminate crime, he's going to bully and send in the military, right? Let's say, for example, immigration. Immigration is a two-edged sword because it benefits this country tremendously the immigration. But at the same time, some people out there resent that people are just in this country and they're undocumented. So, but what's the best solution to it, right? Because they leave, it hurts the country. They have great value. If they stay, some people resent it. I don't know, right? So what's the best solution? I'm not saying I have the answer, but he created a mini military unit, ICE, and they barbarically bully and expose this group in an inhumane way. Put them in cages, violate people in an inhumane way, because that's all he knows. So in short, what I'm trying to say is this job of the presidency is over his head, and the reason why he can maintain this position is for two reasons. One, he's enabled by the Republican Party. They enable him. And two, he's the greatest salesperson that the world has ever seen. And he sells us that he is this great leader, which he is not.